Hi, Joyce.
Joyce, for some reason, someone put Peyton Manning as her name was on the quiz. I don't know who it was.
Who could it possibly be?
I know, right? Probably was.
Even though Misty's the teacher?
Yes. She did the quiz.
You did it. Okay.
Alright, Joyce, here's what they've been working on for the beginning of class. I had them, if you're able and you have data, etc., to download Socrative Student. It's an app in the App Store. I'll put up. And then if you join this class, there are the options, or there are 3 different questions that match up to these 3 from the Watch Out from section 4.2. So you're going to do the work in the back of your spiral. They are problems that most calculus students get wrong, aka like on an AP, it's one that a lot of kids would miss. So the kids have been working on these 3, and then they're answering with Socrative, and then they can see the right answers and whether or not they get them right the first time. So go ahead and do that if you can. Otherwise, still pause this, work on the 3 problems, and if you can't download the app, you'll see the answers soon, and you can just start playing the video again. All right. For the rest of you guys, did you at least, hey, if you're on the AP and time's running out, what do?
Yes.
You at least guess.
Or plug and check.
Ah, we all got in. So there's a bit of a struggle here, yeah?
Joyce, I'm here. I just
This
don't
was
have
good?
the app.
Yeah, Gerardo didn't have his phone, he wasn't able to. These were good, but these were, yeah, they were rough. Okay, so let's come back. Help me out. Number 1. Real quick, because we already solved them, yeah?
E.
Why?
Because when you do the things, it comes out to that.
When you want to find the second derivative implicitly, what do you do first?
Derive.
Well, but they already gave you the
Oh,
derivative,
right.
so we
Just
just
derive
derive
it,
it
yeah.
once. So we end up with the following. D squared y over dx squared is equal to, what's the derivative of 1?
Sine or
Poof. Derivative of sine
You didn't write X.
of y is cosine of y times.
Yes.
What do you think a lot of people forget?
Plug it in, plug it in.
They do the cosine y and they stop. But times what then? Dy dx, and then plug it in, and the original was 1 plus sine of y, and so therefore we end up with e. After plugging
You didn't write X squared. Is that
Let's see,
okay?
I got confused. No, it's actually not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, number 2. Number 2. It's parametric, which means what?
Derive both sides.
Kind of. In order to find the first derivative, right? In order to find dy dt, we go ahead and, sorry, dy dx, I apologize. We take the derivative of y prime first, all over the derivative of x prime. Sorry, the derivative of x, which is x prime. Hey, isn't that just
Negative 10.
negative tangent?
Oh, that would make things so much
A
easier.
little bit. Sine over cosine, negative tangent.
Yeah.
Now to find the second derivative, what do we still have to do?
Derive again.
Derive again, so we get negative secant squared of t all over x
Oh, I'm funny.
prime.
I said writing X.
And x prime is cosine. And those answers don't look like that answer because 1 over cosine is secant. 1 over cosine is another secant. Hence, the correct answer would be E. They said the most commonly missed one was A. And the reason A, take the derivative of tangent, secant squared, I would have thought B.
Yeah, because the negative.
But they thought A was the most commonly chosen.
Well, I guess they killed like a seal.
Yeah, maybe they kill a seal and they don't divide by cosine. George.
Isn't that negative cosine? Because you get
No, x prime. X prime.
X prime.
Yeah. Make sense so far? Check.
Check.
Number 3. At the end of the day, what do they want?
I don't know.
F
DY
dy
DX.
dt. dy dt is y prime of t. How do you find y prime of t?
Plug in instead of X.
It already is.
Why?
Don't look here. This, that's what I say in AB, this is a clue. This will be helpful. But don't use it yet. They ask for dy dt, and they give me y. So solve for the derivative. I have f of t squared. How do I take the derivative of this?
2t.
Okay.
Wait,
F prime
what?
of t. Derivative of the outside. F prime of t squared times 2t.
Okay.
Right? Now, go look at your clue and say, why on earth did they give me f prime of O? Because I need it. And I need it how? I need it because I need to plug in t squared into my f prime function.
CalcBC? Wait, no. You plug in t, not t.
So then it's asking for dy dt.
No, I'm plugging t squared.
Well, what I did was I plugged in t squared into f prime of x, and then you have to derive t squared. So you got 2t. That's how I did it. I don't.
Oh, so you, but it does work. But you plugged in
T squared where the
t
x is.
squared, and you were like, oh, there must have been a u prime. You were ultimately doing this. It's just a little dangerous.
I'm not.
Wait.
Oh, wait. I am dangerous. Like
Dun, dun,
Fonz.
dun, dun, dun.
Fonz.
So f prime of who? F prime of t squared. Plug it in, done.
How did she know to do that?
Because this was all a smokescreen in a sense of this is a piece of information, but I don't use it to find y prime. I have y. To find y prime, I take the derivative of
What?
y, which is f prime of t squared. The derivative of the outside, keep the inside, times the derivative of the inside. I have to make myself a legal formula first. The AP loves to do this. Loves to give you extra stuff you're going to use, but give you an original that you have to derive or integrate or whatever. Like this one is deriving, so it says dy dt. You derive first, you figure out the legal proper derivative, and then you use the clue to plug in as needed.
Could you say that that you could be like, okay, f prime of f of t squared. What?
No. You're going to try and integrate with that, and
No,
that's...
not integrate. Like, you say f of t squared. T squared would be like,
X.
yeah, but it's in a parentheses, so you derive the inside, and you drive the whole thing.
That's what it is, yeah. So derivative of the outside, keep the inside, times the derivative of the inside. They just wanted to move it in front to make it look pretty. But that's what I did. Derivative of the outside,
Times the derivative.
keep the inside. I would have written it over there, they wanted to write it over there. So
Oh, because it could be t squared parentheses quantity squared, but that whole quantity squared is f.
the t squared's in the parentheses. Were you thinking it was whole thing squared?
No, I was thinking of like trying to make sense of it in my head. Like it's in a parentheses, t squared parentheses, and like raised to some power. Then you can like derive the inside, but you don't know what that outside is, so you just leave it as f prime of t squared because you plug it in t squared.
Right. That makes sense. All right, Joyce. Hopefully you caught back up with us and you were able to check the answers. The final answers should be E and B. Did I trick you all on at least one?
Yeah,
No. I just didn't know how to do the last one.
that's a trick.
No.
That's okay. Then
Okay.
yes, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Did I stump you on at least one and trick you on something?
Yes.
There we go. Okay, so yesterday, real quick, on implicit, I think we're okay from what you guys have said, but I did go ahead, if I can get back there. I did go ahead and solve the second derivative. Can you remind me really quickly of why this is one of the most commonly mistyped questions on the AP?
You forgot to plug in.
People forgot to plug in. Or they forgot to put the dy dx the second time and then plug it in and simplify properly. There technically is one other common mistake, and we're not going to go over this whole quick quiz, even though it's all great and all, but we already did other stuff. Let me zoom in real fast. On number 2. On number 2. Question. I like 1 and 2 both. Can you do 1 and 2? We're going to do 1 and 2.
We didn't go over or one homework.
Yeah,
Or 1 and 2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for reminding me. I want you guys to finish off today. Still in the back of your spirals, but not with Socratic. You can go ahead and shut that down. But thank you. I was just playing with it because Christian didn't show it today. Okay, you saw it when it was an older version. It's a lot nicer now. So. Try 1 and 2. There are 2 different common mistakes in each. Not maybe perhaps as tricky as what you just saw, but maybe. So go quick, and I'm going to go ahead and get your evens ready for you guys to touch. Alright, we're back. Let's see how it went. If you guys are still working on 2, go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and check your number 1. Final answer for number first one? B. Don't forget the times U prime times U. Forgetting U prime and D prime. Ooh, that's interesting. Number 2, Optimus prime. Where are we going with this?
We're going to think about optimism because we don't want to be pessimists.
Something like that. Number 2, the 4x is easy, yeah? The minus 6y dy dx is easy, yeah? Where does the common mistake come in?
Product rule.
Lot it. And forgetting about it. Second d first plus first d second. There was a second dy dx. True? What do we get to do?
We get to distribute 2, add the 6y on one side, subtract the 2y on the other side, factor out, and divide. So we get dy dx equal.
Right?
Yes.
There's some legal simplifying. No kittens were killed in this process. When I plug in, 3, 2. And the final answer should be 6 minus 2, which is 4, all over 6 plus 3, which is 9. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Oh, you brought it at 2. I didn't do that.
You didn't have to, but it just made the mental math easier in the end. Alright, cool kids, let's go ahead and check our evens for our homework. We gotta go fast. Section 4.1. Color pens out. Section 4.1, starting at number 16, then 24, 26, 36, 44. I am going to leave.
Okay, we got it on our
16, 24, 26, 36. 16, final answer. Nicely simplified. Maybe you stuck it to the man somewhere else. But you know they would have pulled out that to the third power. And you end up with x squared 2x minus 5 to the third, 14x minus 15. They factored out. You know they didn't factor.
Oh, they factored out the 2x minus 5 to the 4.
And they factored out an x squared.
Yeah, I stuck it to the man at right about where it says x cubed. I multiplied it out and I stuck it. Yeah.
Is where I
Yeah.
This was I agree. This one.
Oh, we did the wrong one. Minus 1.5. Okay, number 24.
20.
The reason why, Gerardo, is because this is a common multiple choice question. So even though you can stick it to the man, just know how to keep going. Sound good? Okay, number, so you said 20?
Well, that's
24.
because I did the extra one.
Oh.
That I wrote the wrong.
Got it.
You should get extra
Check that.
credit.
Where did you-
No, we didn't do number 2.
we didn't have to do
Number 20, final answer, 1 plus x squared to the negative 3 halves.
20.
Yeah,
was,
Amanda did the wrong one. 1 plus x squared to the negative 3 halves.
it was
And then number 2, is that what you said, Amanda?
Yeah.
sine of 49. No. Negative 5 cosine 7 minus 5x.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go find number now 24, right?
Yes.
Final answer. Woo! 2 options. One says negative 1/2 x squared, and the other one says, hey, use a square root in the top. Yay.
5 secant squared of 5x.
All over 2 square root of tangent 5x. Or something comparable.
I actually think this I did a second try.
Comparable.
Comparable. Ooh, nice word. Okay. You can still see the answer kind of peeking up here. Let's go to number 26, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here he is in all of his glory. Could you have pulled out a secant of 2 theta?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Seriously? Now they didn't pull it out? I'm annoyed.
Then you would have had secant squared plus tangent squared. Could have also pulled out a 2. They were trying to be nice and not be too disgusting. Remember, if you have it wrong, write down that right answer.
I can't tell if I got it wrong or not.
Just write it down and put it in.
Did you simplify more?
I did. I got 2 secant 2 theta parentheses tangent squared of 2 theta plus secant squared of 2 theta parentheses.
Oh, no, you have too many secants in your head. There's only one secant.
There's 2.
Yeah, but you said you pulled out a secant squared. But
No,
you
it's a
can't-
secant, I have 2 secant 2 theta.
Oh, got it. 2 secant 2 theta of what? Tangent squared?
2 secant 2 theta tangent squared 2 theta plus secant squared 2 theta.
Oh, it's the same thing as a factor then. Alright, number next one. 36?
Yeah, I couldn't get very far on this one. I got to 2 pi tangent x over cosine squared of x.
Here he is, 5 pi. That's the composition prime. G prime is just pi.
Can you go through this one? Because I got lost in this one. I understood exactly what you explained in class, but when I got to this one, it just.
This is the one where they gave you the U stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the given information you guys should write
F
down?
of u equals u plus 1 over cosine squared of u. And then u equals gx. G of x equals pi x.
G of x equals pi x.
And I wrote that right?
And then x equals 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's kind of threw me off, like when to plug in x.
Okay, think about, Gerardo, just like that multiple choice we were looking at a little bit earlier. You could go plugging and chugging, but they're having us practice, hey, you have an F and you want to find an F prime. So how do we find, forget everything else, how do we find an F prime?
Just derive
Derivative of,
those of
in essence.
Yeah.
The outside, which would be F prime of u, so F prime of u would just be 1 plus, technically, I would just say that this is secant squared of u.
Why does u become 1? Because it's the
Derivative of u.
That is what I missed.
Derivative of u is 1. And then derivative of secant squared of u would be 2 secant of u times secant tangent of u. So 2 secant squared of u, tangent of u, right?
That
But then I need f prime of u times u prime. And u prime would end up equaling just pi x.
u prime.
Oh, sorry, u prime. Let's get to pi. And finish my thought. U prime is equal to pi, so therefore I can say f prime of g of 1/4 is equal to 1 plus 2 secant squared of pi times 1/4, or pi over 4, tangent of pi over 4, all times pi, or times u prime.
Why is it huh?
Because you have to plug in who u is.
Okay.
So I plugged in u is pi over x, I plugged in u, and I plugged in u. But I plugged in,
U is pi over x.
who was 1/4?
X.
Oh yeah, and then I plugged in x is 1/4. Is it pi?
Oh.
Oh, I didn't. I erased them and then I was trying to write them over already after that before. Okay. So then tangent of pi over 4 is just 1. Secant squared of pi over 4 is 1 over cosine squared of
2 squared 2
2 pi
Maybe
times 2.
4 over 2 2.
Yeah, right? 4 over 2 is 2.
Yeah. So it'd be 4.
So 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 times 5 is 5.
why do you multiply by? Oh, there's pi in the answer.
You print.
You
How
guys
does
made
that
it so much easier by making it secant and tangent.
What did you do?
I kept it with the sine and the cosine.
We don't even have to do like quotient rule or
Yeah.
cosine to the -2 power.
Whoa. You
Okay, number next one.
Okay, number next
44.
one.
You fucking
44?
Yes.
Yeah.
44's final answer is tangent line.
Nice.
Y minus 1 over rad 3 or rad 3 over 3, I suppose, equals 2 times x minus 2 over rad 3. The final derivative was cosecant of t. And then they had to, in order to find their point, plug pi over 6 into x of t and y of t to get the x and to get the y to plug into the equation.
Well, why did they get that? It's good.
You had to plug pi over 6. It was a t. You needed to plug in to get x and y. Then you have your point. Then your slope was plug in pi over 6
I
to
could have
cosecant.
simplified further. I kept it as ct over tan t.
Number 58, which is an asteroid.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that one, George. I'm sorry.
How many more evens do we have on section 4?
Just lost.
That's
Yeah,
not
it's
it.
58.
more?
Yes, it's 58.
Couple more seconds, get the final answer on 44. And then it is on the video if you want a little more time with it. And then number 58.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
A,
58.
1.
Yay.
B, 6. C,
I didn't.
anticlimactic. 1. D, -1/9.
What was B?
D was 6.
6.
I didn't know how to do those.
Okay, well, yeah, just let's.
D is -1/9. E is -40/3. F is -6. G,
Up to the
really? Punks. G is -4/9.
Wait, what did you get for F, George?
I got -1.
I'm just kidding. I got 9.
And then
Okay, just check.
G, I got 5 nines.
Okay, nice thing is all of this work is shown online, true? On the video, YouTube channel. If we have time, we'll come back over it. I realize this is a weak spot, yeah?
Yes, it's -1.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where you do a table and you need to figure stuff out?
That,
Guess what, Gerardo? Same thing as that multiple choice. You have to figure out the formula first and then plug in. So this is all a common mistake. It's an AP thing. We'll work on it. It's an AP thing. We'll work on it. We're going to section 4.2. 2 and 16. Oh no, there he is. There he is. Number 2. Here he is. Little hand is on it. Little cursor's on it. 6y minus x squared all over y squared minus 6x. It's an implicit
Oh,
derivative.
yes. It is.
Miss D, what did I do wrong?
I don't know.
You
You
got
got done the right answer
I got it.
first.
Yep, you got it.
But they have 18y minus 3
Yeah.
squared.
You just simplified.
Did I pull out like a negative or something?
Your
You
signs
have
could
all,
be
you have all your
switched.
signs opposite. So it's the same thing.
So pull out a -1, pull out a -1, cancel. If the signs are completely flipped, it's still proper to pull out a
Because
negative.
Oh, okay.
3x is negative, h and x is positive, yours is positive.
Cool.
It's just one of those, like, if you can make it match. So if all the signs are opposite, pull out -1s and make sure it's good.
Okay.
16 was the next one, right?
Yes.
Defined everywhere but. Here's the derivative. You couldn't tell me a number answer, but you could tell me that 4x plus 8y cannot equal 0, therefore y cannot equal minus 4x divided by 8.
Do we have to do the x too?
Oh wait, divided by 8. 4 is -1/2.
Oh, that's what I did wrong.
You could have done it either way, technically.
Okay, because I did both of them because I thought we had to.
You could have done it either way. Because technically the relationship is the same, or x
Yeah,
cannot
that's
equal -2y. There's not a step further. What's the next even I'm going to soon?
20 or 39.
39? Wait, that's not.
That's
50,
definitely
44.
44.
44.
My bad.
Yeah, nope. I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening on this.
And then 55. E. I don't know how I got it wrong.
Okay, 1 second. Let's see.
Wait, what's actual answer?
Oh yeah, it was.
Did you get?
Wait, no, 44 had multiple answers.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop, no.
Do you have A?
It's A and C, right? Wait,
Which
what?
matches. B does not match.
Cool.
C matches.
A and C.
D contradicts. So A and C could be true.
I didn't understand how to do this one.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's come back to him. What else do we have?
55.
No.
That's odd.
62?
56.
Oh, 56.
Oh yeah.
This is the right one.
Yeah, this one was a little rough. But
Yeah.
I think I got the.
I don't think I got that right. I didn't even finish.
What was the answer?
I got as far as y equals x.
The desired point is 3, -1. That's the final.
I desired.
We have the normal line up here,
Like half of my girls.
and then we plug each other.
Misty,
You
can you
just
go
on
up
the
to the
board. You want to
derivative?
do 44 on the
Part.
board.
You do this one.
Maybe that's the y minus.
We still have 62, yeah?
Yeah,
Yep.
62
And
64. 62 was
That's
very rough.
62.
Oh, I think I got
So I like.
There was so much simplification.
I
Yeah.
did it, but then I didn't want to
Yeah, I
simplify.
got it. I got it. Yes.
-6 over quantity 2y minus x quantity q.
I messed up all my distribution, my negatives, everything.
No. And
Misty,
then 64,
Yeah.
please
1
tell
over
me.
root 2.
Oh yes. Okay, cool.
Can someone do 44 on the board?
I can do it. I mean,
Oh, 44?
Oh, I can do both. I thought you were just gonna.
No, I can't. I don't know.
I don't know if that's the right way to do
Can
it.
you do 56?
56. 56. I can't.
I can do
I can't.
56.
I can't. I didn't get it far.
I starred like half of these. And from the last section too.
Can you do 54 or 44?
So,
Oh, George has both.
But the way I did it, I just integrated. Is that not
Oh, which one?
on 44? Because I tried I did the derivative of my. You were supposed to compare the.
44, do you have lots of parts?
Yeah, it was 4 different parts. You were supposed
Okay.
to see if it matched. I just did the derivative, the second derivative in my head.
44, let's
And
just
then-
wait on it.
and
Let
then
me
do
look
it
at it
twice.
tomorrow. How about that? And 56 at the beginning of class tomorrow. Beginning of class tomorrow, 44 and 56 we'll go over. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, the answer key is being saved and you can pause it and you can slow it down. Let's see tomorrow what remaining questions we have. Sound good? To give you guys time on your own pace with the content to work through what's going on.
Will
Okay?
the odds also be on the video right now?
The book is back there.
Well, if you slow down just enough.
Just enough. Some of
You
the
might
odds
be
will
able
be
to
there.
catch some of that.
Some of the odds will be
Forgot
there.
my notebook.
Yeah, that's not the baby. We have about 5 minutes. We have derivatives of inverses, then we have derivatives of inverse trig.
No, we don't have to do this triangle.
And we have, and that's it.
It's last one. It's f prime of g.
Yes.
So, why did she put
Because
Some of the triangles though, because they're helpful
it
for
was
future
child
stuff.
before because the what number is this?
Alright, I'll make you a deal. For the next 5 minutes, we'll go over questions on homework stuff. I'll have George get up with number, I'll have you do 56, because that's the one you solved, and then 44 I'll look at. And I'm going to pull up the solution key, and you guys can look at any ones you want. But then I'm going to save these notes online tonight, so I want you to copy them down with proper spacing, and we'll fill in quick tomorrow. Sound good?
Yep.
We'll do that.
Because
This homework will be
X is
due then
pi
on,
X. So pi times 1/4.
this homework will then be due on Thursday, okay?
So test Monday.
So test Monday, yeah, we'll do test Monday, that's okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Are we okay? There were some tricky ones in the homework, so I'm totally fine with that. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the ebook. George, gonna just grab a spot.
So it's the composite. It's the
Solution
general
key,
derivative of f and g with 1/4 plugged in for
X.
for x.
Or, yeah, because G is
and I'll pull
pi
up
X.
44 because that seemed tricky. Let me pull the ebook.
Misty, I'm confused in certain notation. F prime of G of 1/4.
Means find f prime with G plugged in with an x of 1/4.
Okay. Find F prime with G plugged in and an X of 1/4.
Does that make sense? Or G evaluated at 1/4 plugged into f prime.
Okay. Oh, okay, find. Okay, yeah. Plug. Essentially, it means plug in 1/4 wherever the U
Plug
is.
1/4 into G and plug G of 1/4 into f.
Okay.
Into the x's, remember compositions?
Plug 1/4 into G. And just pile it for 4. That's good.
Are there any odds you guys are stuck on?
55.
55. Does anybody have 55?
I needed 55C.
55B, I got -3 and 3. They had like √3, 3.
They had x equals √3y. Is that what they had? Because that's what I got.
I got -3 and 3. X equals -3 and 3. That's when the other, that's when it hits the horizontal asymptote at some other point than the origin. So.
I keep doing messing up.
Did you get it? It was
Okay, so 44 and 55 are on the same page. We
Which
not like
number?
this page.
56.
Okay, so 44, I'm checking it out.
I didn't even write down 61 marks.
Oh, I got 61.
This one. I think last one.
And which could be true. Oh, guys,
I would have asked.
hold on. Wait.
Which one is it?
On 44, you just do what you need to do, aka for letter A, take the first derivative, letter C, take 2 derivatives, letter D, take the first derivative, and letter B,
It already is double prime.
take, well, this is double prime, but it says which could be true. So which could be true, we can test and we can experiment. Because we can take the derivative of A and we can say who is G prime of A. Well, if this was true, bring down the 1/4, that would cancel out with the 4. I'd have T to the -3/4. Oh,
Oh.
T to the -3/4 is G double prime, so that would work. So A could be true. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And then we could test with C by taking 2 derivatives. We take the first derivative, bring down the 5/4, and we'd end up with 4T to the 1/4, 1 plus, bring down the 1/4, cancels out, T to the negative. Oh, hey, yeah, A could work, C could work. For letter D, take the first derivative, bring down the 1/4, that's 1/16. T to the -3/4, yeah, that doesn't work, right? The constants are off. And then letter B, you gotta work backwards and say, okay, well, what would the derivative be of this one? Well, G triple prime of him, bring down the -3/4, T to the -4/4, -7/4. Does that match? No. So it was experimenting. It was experimenting. Sorry, is that the one you guys thought needed an interval?
Well, I did. I didn't want to derive. Instead, I just
How did
integrated
you know that G
to
prime
go
of
backwards
G
from
isn't
G double prime
that?
to G prime.
Because if you derive it, it doesn't equal G double prime.
If you derive this one,
Okay, so
yeah, if you derive G prime, Gerardo would have to match with G double prime, and it doesn't. And this one, I derived G double prime, and it wouldn't match with G triple prime.
Okay.
So I was just
That equals -1/4 T to the 1/4.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good in here.
Alright, come tomorrow. Come tomorrow with
You guys
odds
want
that
me-
we're still stuck on, and evens if we're still stuck.
Can I just skip to the factors, or do I have to like?
Yeah.
So the factors are.
If you guys want George's, I would take a quick picture of it, because the coach trap I afterwards. And he skipped some of the simplifying, but the same idea.
First, see, how did you get to that? T minus.
Oh, this is G. To match it, I take 2 derivatives. So I took 2 derivatives and it matched. Does that make sense? It wasn't this outright solving, it was an experimentation, so it could. Okay, so we're gonna get into this section quick notes. Make sure to take those notes tonight, so you can be all on the page.
Alright guys, sorry.
Is it all of the notes or just like the first page?
All of them. But you can skip space according to your
He's laughing.
It's just how you sound. It's not me trying to squeeze this.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Alex? Oh.